Hi everyone, I'm Joni from the Yoga Chapel. Welcome to Fire and Ice, a Yang-in practice. We will be giving you a 20-minute little teaser of what this class can be like. Music supplied by Ethan Mack, and his whole 75-minute track will be connected below. Follow. He's an amazing musician. Let's get right into it. We'll start in a wide-legged child's pose. So taking the knees mat width distance apart, letting the bum sit back into the heels, coming forward, drop elbows and forehead to the floor. And just a nice place to unwind. Notice the breath moving in and out of the body. Allow the expansion and contraction. Coming back to the earth is a really nice pose to connect back to yourself. Resting on the forehead pulls into the parasympathetic nervous system, starts to control your rhythm of breath. If you can fall into Jai breath in and out through your nose, start to come into that breath now. Know that if there's any struggle with constriction through the nose, breathe in that through the mouth. Try not to have any frustration with the breath. The breath is what's going to calm you the most. Tenting the fingertips, pull the hips towards the heels to stretch back. The elbows lift. Find the traction through the low back. Start to sway the hips to the right, to center, and to the left. Through center to the right, through center to the left. Look forward, roll up onto the palms of the hands. Drag the knees in a little closer into tabletop position. Let the belly fall. Shoulders out of the ears, stacking shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. Take an inhale, drop belly, open chest. Exhale, round into the spine. 2 more rounds. Breath in. Breath out. Last full range of motion. Coming back through neutral. Turn over the toes, lift the hips. Feet mat width distance apart into a downward facing dog. Remember, you don't have to drop the heels all the way towards the floor. You can keep the knees bent and the hips tilted forward and up. Roll the biceps away from the ears. And as you get more and more space through the back of the hamstrings, the heels might fall without losing the hips, without losing the low back. Deepen the stretch. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. And with the feet a bit wider, it gives you that space. Just start to open the back of the legs. And that will be the purpose of this sequence, is the back of the body. As you come back to center, let's come high onto the toes, lift the heels, sway the hips all the way to the right. Come through center, sway the hips all the way to the left. Do 1 more, moving with that rhythm of the music. It's just you in this space with yourself, with your breath. Bringing the feet a little bit closer together. Bend the knees, look forward, tiptoe slowly towards the top of the mat. Hands below the knees, inhale, half back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale, come all the way back up, sweep up. Exhale, hands towards the center line of the chest. Looking down to the fingertips, take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Let's find 2 flows together. Inhale, sweep all the way up, look up. Exhale, hinge, come forward and down. Weight towards the front of the foot, inhale, half back, pick up the belly. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank position. Shoulders pull away from the ears, heels stacked, breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, retuck the toes, take an inhale, sprawl. Tuck the chin, lift the hips right back to downward facing dog. Stretch the back of the thighs out. Index and thumb push down. Toes together. Hop, step, walk towards the top of the mat. Take a breath in, half back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, sweep up. Hands towards the center line of the chest. And you have 2 more. Take a breath in as you reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hinge, elbows forward, hips back. Inhale, half back, lift from the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, step back to high plank. A little bit of power through. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest all the way to the floor. Inhale, cobra, lift from the chest, tops of the feet down. Exhale, roll back through the knees, drive through the hands, downward facing dog. So you're trying to slow it down. You're trying to recapture the breath, move it, movement to movement, breath to breath. Toes together. Hop, step, walk towards the top of the mat. Breath in, half back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands towards the center line of the chest. And looking gently down towards the fingertips, readjust all your clothing. Take a breath in. Taking that exhale out. Right hand onto the hip, reach the left arm all the way up. Dropping the shoulders down and back. Push through the feet, up and over towards the right. And notice I'm trying to keep my hips in line with my shoulders as I come up and over. Right, you're not trying to collapse. By using the right hand, that you give that opportunity to get a bit deeper. Looking to the left. Push through the feet, inhale, come up, switch. Left hand to the hip, right hand reaches up. Exhale, up and over towards the left. Kind of like there's a ball, something on the other side. Drive through the right hip, right foot. Keep your body stabilized. And then a breath in and a long breath out. Inhale back to center, looking towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands towards the center line of the chest. Bow gently towards the body. Still at the top of the mat, bring the hands towards the hips, step the right leg back, dropping the fingertips to the floor, back knee down, right into your first low lunge. Hands plant, left knee draws forward, relax through the head. And the key is allowing the bum to let go. And the same with the quads. You're trying not to fire any of the muscles. You're letting gravity deepen the stretch through the front of the body. And we're still trying to warm up with that yang, with that fire, so we can get deeper and hold longer. Tend underneath the back toes, tent the fingertips to help draw the hips back. And not coming all the way into your half split. Push through the front heel like you're pushing on gas. Yeah. Keep belly towards thighs, roll the shoulders down and back. Roll gently through the left foot, pop the right foot all the way up, standing split. Lock the right leg in, let the head drop. So more importantly, it's a forward fold. Fingertips stay tented. Bend the right knee, drop the right foot down. Inhale, half back, open through the chest. Exhale, fold. Stretch it all the way up, inhale all the way through center. Exhale, hands to the center line of the chest. Hands to hips, taking the left leg back, dropping the fingertips down, left knee down, right into your low lunge. And notice the breath from standing to kind of that middle ground. Slow rhythm. And relax the face. Turn over the back toes, pull the hips back, flexing through the right. So notice the toes pulling towards the shin, anchor through. Nice, So roll forward onto the right foot. Tent the fingertips, sweep the left leg back up. This standing split on the other side. And remember, it doesn't matter how high the left leg goes. Focus on the forward fold, belly towards thigh, head dropping heavy. Inhale, stretch through the right leg. Exhale, bend the left, drop it down beside the right. Inhale, half back. Exhale, fold. Let's inhale, sweep all the way back up, look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to the center line of the chest. Feet mat width distance apart. Hands behind the back body. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, hinge halfway down. So halfway, shoulders in line with hips, belly pulls in. Right? It should be a bit of a core activation. You're not dropping into your full forward fold yet. If the hands can interlock, draw them back, or the hands stack. Use the hands to help pull shoulders out of the ears. Deepen through the hamstrings, breath in. Long breath out. Take a breath, extend. Exhale, fold into your forward fold. So it's a bit wider, bend the knees. Remember, the hands can stay at the sacrum. We haven't really got into the shoulders yet. You can also sway back and forth by bending one knee and then the other. As you come back to center, if you want to add the arms, lift the hands up, allowing the hands to drop back. The shoulder blades into your range of motion. Weight slightly forward into the toes, lift from the sit bones. Let's draw the hands back to the lower back first. Drop the fingertips down, hop the feet together. Take a breath in, half back. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank position. Let's find some more strength. Inhale, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale first. Exhale, lower the knees, re-tuck the toes, sprawl, pulling the pelvis forward, open the chest. Stack the shoulders. Tuck the chin, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And here where you can take a little moment, notice if there's a bit more space to drop the heels. Roll the biceps away from the ears. Chest in towards shoulders. Let's add on. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step forward with the right. Lower the left knee, low lunge. So similar rhythm. Two more breaths, relaxing through the head. Tuck into the back toes, pull the hips back. Remember, this is your range of motion. If you're coming all the way back, untuck the toe, drop the groin towards the heel. So you want to position the body center. I'm not rounding my spine, but pulling my chest forward as I look forward. Remember, you can be up a little higher, your hips can be lifted up a little higher. Slowly come forward, back to standing split. Fingertips tented, lift the left leg, drop the head. Balance, you're starting bringing the fingertips closer towards the heel, keeping belly close towards thighs. Fingertips tent forward, drop the left foot beside the right. Take a long inhale in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank position. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, lift left leg high. Exhale, step forward. Drop the right knee, low lunge. This is that opportunity to let go of the quad. Notice the breath, the music. Roll over the back toes, pull the hips back. Remember, this can be a range of motion, staying upright, pushing on the gas through the front heel, toes flex towards the shin. Or if you're coming all the way into half Hanumanasana, dropping, or the half split, dropping back. You're trying to keep to center, hamstring stretch, low back is long. Look forward to roll forward, plant through the left to lift the right. Lock inwards as you drop the forehead down. Remember, you want to lock in, hips in line, bringing the hands to either wrap around the ankle into that balanced position. Let's drop the right foot beside the left. Take a breath in, half back. Exhale, fold. Slowly unwind, dropping the hips down. Let's come right onto our back body. Taking the feet together, knees drop out. Starting to rest through the chest. Bring the hands around the thighs to close up the feet. Right leg pulls in towards the chest. Lengthen the left leg long. Unwind the hands behind the back of the hamstring if they're not already there, pointing the toe to start. Draw the right thigh closer to the body. So the depth of the hamstring stretch is here. The back range of the leg is here. Now notice my shoulders in the back of the skull. I want to keep them onto the ground. If you were to bring the hand up to the calf, you're not stretching to get there. If you're flexing the toes down, you can flex the toes down. Maybe take index and middle finger towards the foot. But notice I'm not sacrificing my upper body for the stretch. So hang out into your range of motion. Wherever your grip is, drop the fingertips to tent outside. Slowly dropping the right foot over, so up and over towards the left. And there's a twist. Looking towards the right thumb. Remember, that's doing too intense. Stack the knees, pull them together. Open through, drop the right shoulder down. Where you are, you unwind, come back to center, pull both knees in towards the chest. Hands behind the back of the left leg, straighten the right leg. Remember, this is always an option behind the back of the hamstring or on top of the shin, pulling the knees as close towards the chest as you can. For some of us, there's a bit limited mobility. You might need to pull the knee out towards the outside of the hip or the rib. Right? You know where you want you. You do you. Notice my foot is still active in my right, toes flexed, anchored through the heel and the thigh. It's not a passive or super passive position. Keep my right leg anchored. Reaching the left toes up, hands behind the hamstring. Remember, the calf is there as long as you're not sacrificing the shoulders or index and the middle finger. And a long breath in. Exhale, unwind the hands. Anchor through. If you're going to bend the knees, you're going to bend the knees, drop the knees towards the right as you fall into your twist on the other side. Remember, the left shoulder has to contain. Lift the head, look towards the left. Right? Only if the cervical spine wants you to, and you'll know. If you want to keep the head or the eyes staring towards the ceiling, you totally can. Remember, the knees are locked down, the shoulders locked down, and the twist is through the ribs. A breath in is expansion. And exhale. Pull back from here, slowly unwind. Come back through center, drop the feet, mat width distance apart, let the knees touch, arms drop beside the body. Closing the eyes or allowing the eyes to stay softly open. And from here, we'll fall right into our final position of Shavasana. Right? This could be the pose, lower back is slightly away from the floor. Shavasana is that full diamond shape, if I have enough space around these props. And the toes flop out, palms face up. And try to relax fully through the breath. Notice if you're contracting the body anywhere from the feet, through the legs, through the belly, the chest, and relax. Allow the breath to let go. Mouth slightly open. And I suggest if you're listening to this track by Ethan, just continue. Continue from that loop or that link that I've attached to. Taking your time in this pose and as long as you need. If ending this practice together, slowly bringing the hands towards the center of the chest, drop the feet down towards the floor. Rolling to your left side, pause, knees stacked, head rests onto the arm like a pillow. And slowly come towards the seated position together. Hands rest gently at the center line of the chest as you bow gently to your body. And always that moment of gratitude for yourself for showing up. Taking time to practice. Finding the rhythm and movement of your body. Send gratitude to Ethan Mack for this beautiful track that really did inspire this flow, this sequence. I thank my family and my friends. And I send each and every one of you love and peace and happiness into your night or your day. Namaste.